Hello, I would like to show you an easy way how could you create a MySQL table, how to create its PHP code to process and create the HTML forms to get information and update and insert into a database, right? So first of all, let's register into that page, phpcode.hu, and select English, and here is a registration form. Add your username, password and email, and after you create it, let's go to the main page, which is phpcode.hu, and enter here username and password. Let's submit, and after you sign in, this is the project admin. Let's add here one project, for example web page forms. Submit it and go to the table admins and put tables into this project, web page forms. Let's add the table name, for example register form, and add one field or how many fields you want to. I will add about I think it's enough, right? And add the field name, for example username, and that will be the table's field's name. So do not use special characters, but if you use it, that will automatically converted into underscore. I offer you not to use plus, minus and so on. The space will be converted into an underscore, so you might use only underscore or space only, alright? And select a type, for example a text field. If you don't use the label, that value will shown in a form, for example, and add the field name, which is email. And if it's an email, select an email type, and the label your email address. Select another one, for example your age, and select if it's a required field, and that means if the user in the usage of the form will not enter data, that will cause an error and the registration will stop. Right? Age, your message, and you could select a text area type, and the space will be converted into underscore. So, and another is sign for the newsletter. And that will, for example, a checkbox, but not required to select. Alright, so the username is required, and check the data from the table before write. That means that field will be unique, and check if the user writes a data which is already in the field table. Alright, so email is required, and check that from the table before insert it. Age is required, your message is required, and so on. And another field, which is a date time type, the date of the registration. But if you select the date time, the date type, that will not shown in the registration form or what you've done. It's just stored in the database. So let's add a project, or select a project to this table, and let's submit. If you've done it, in this list there will appear the project web page form, and select that table you've done, and here it is. Let's check this. That will create a management program from the selected table, and those codes will be an insertion form, an insertion PHP code, a list from the table's value, a deleting process program, an update, and that will create an SQL query which creates this table with those fields you've created, and add, right, and submit. This is it. And addition, the connect.php, open a file which is named connect.php, and do the same with this. Add that PHP, select it, and with all data, let's save it and do it with the add.php, update. Alright, and at the end, this is the MySQL creation. Run it in PHP myadmin to create this MySQL table, and this is the style sheet.css file to make the form elements into red. If something is missing or have an error with that field, I will copy that into a server. Let's generate it once. And here it is. These are the files, and copy the connect.php and let's test this program. But you must create the SQL table to reach it, alright? And that's on. Thank you for your attention and try this program, right? Bye bye.